Good afternoon, everyone. So I loaded up the PTU again today, and now almost Crusader and the TruckStop, which is in front of me, actually have now drawn in. They didn't do it yesterday. And before I started my OBS to record, I was getting 117 frames a second. OBS does eat a little bit of frames. So as you can see, it's dipping over 100 right now in the persistent universe. It fluctuates a bit as it goes up and down, but as I said, I had 117 before I started my recording program. So I wanted to go ahead and show you the truck stops, since you probably haven't seen them yet. Or let's head on over. Little truck stop tour. Keeping the stats up so you can watch the performance in the upper right. Memory's still good. There's a few little spikes, but it's not bad. Nothing like it was before. And all that's going to be hammered out, I'm sure. Let's get closer. Obviously, it's going to dip down a little bit. But once again, I think OBS is eating 5-10 frames. Easy. Maybe a little bit more. So I'm on my 350R. I'm looking forward to the rework on this. Let's get permission. Ooh, looks like someone's getting jacked up by the truck stop defenses. Wow, they're getting lit up. Whoa, those defenses deal. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I get shot by the defenses. That's. Alright, let's show you some of the detail around this thing here. So as I said, in the upper right, whatever frames you're seeing, just add 10 to 15, 10 minimum, because of my recording software. And I think you get a better idea of the performance. I switched back to a single 980 Ti and set the second card to physics only. Mostly because I have a lot of other games and they are not accepting the SLI as much as I would like. But I think distributing any sort of physics calculations to that second card will be sufficient. Look at this. Someone's not like. Need to work on those turrets a little bit to shoot the base. But as you can see, the detail and the coloring on these truck stops is just very impressive. It's subtle, kind of muted tones, kind of a nice teal and orange. I know it's not a thing to point out, but you know, I'm a bit of an artist. Used to draw and paint a lot, so I appreciate good color choices. Still, there's like these little kind of replace me balls that don't actually say that are still present. But when you compare this to the standard that you have from Olisar, this is so much nicer. Obviously, it's newer, and Olisar is the oldest of the old. But you can really see the quality. And I really like the new solar panels. I think they have a very interesting design. They're not overly reflective. In these kind of places, like underneath, you have these struts, and I wanted to show you that because I think that's just really a good detail. Alright, well, let's go ahead and get on a platform and get inside. It seems to be an odd distribution of chairs here on the pad. And some hanging in space. It's really interesting to me, when you see this stuff at CitizenCon 2017, this platform and this station, and a year later you're standing on it. And so CitizenCon really is here's what you're going to be, playing by next year, and obviously we don't have the all of it at the moment, but there's clear progress. There really is. There we go. The button's a little sensitive. I think they need to make that inner thought there a little bit, correct that little error a little bit. There's no elevator sound at the moment, apparently, so it is moving. It's just... There we go. Still a little flickering on the shadows. Not too bad, though. Occasional replace me texture. There's still some NPC wonkiness, but they'll hash that out. This room to me looks like it should be a place where you pick up passengers for transit. Has that kind of appearance, but looks like it's for cargo. I'm still waiting on the YouTube videos to go up so I can start some of that work on those other videos that I wanted to do. Kind of the bottleneck for creation. But I figured since I had time, I might as well show you some of this other stuff for those of you who don't have access yet. Now, there were a few comments about the fact that my computer is considered now kind of a mid-range, which is funny. When I got it, it was the top of the top about 3 years ago. That's how it goes, though, right? I do plan on getting an upgrade on the computer, but once the game actually gets ready to officially launch as a ready-to-play product. But until that happens, I'm not going to go ahead and upgrade again. I have a lot of things I have to take care of that kind of eat into some of my money, well, a lot of it, and I just don't have that kind of money to throw around on a new computer willy-nilly. And besides, the longer I wait, the better computer system I'll have for the game when it officially launches. And I'll probably end up getting it with 64 gigs of RAM and, you know, a couple good SSDs. Though this is running on an SSD right now, and you know, whatever the top of the line video card is then, but only one. I don't think this is my first time I was trying SLI on a system, and it hasn't been as useful as I would have hoped. It does work on some games, it does do pretty well in Grand Theft Auto 5, but outside of that, there really hasn't been much of an advantage.
We will have to return your ship to storage.
So yeah, these are the truck stops. I just want to show you, some of these doors are still locked. I think it's because they haven't been finished, or those things are, you know, there's going to be more things opening up in this, I'm sure. And I think there's like 3 of these scattered around right now. So it'll spread players out a little bit for delivery missions and things like that. So we don't all bunch up on each other, and you're able to move about and do your business a little bit more freely.
Initiating ship storage procedure. For your safety, please vacate the area. Thank you for your cooperation.
Alright everyone, well I guess I'll go ahead and leave it there. But I just wanted to go ahead and give you an update. And as you can see here, I'm capping out about 55, 56 frames a second in that area. But once again, OBS is eating anywhere between 10 to 15 frames a second, just by the nature of recording. So just bear that in mind when you look at the performance. And still, for PTU, when the server's fully active, getting anything over 60 effectively, hey. And my system isn't even top end anymore, so that's good news. Alright guys, I'll catch you in the next one.